Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Quantum Leap Summit. Welcome everybody. If you can hear me, please kindly drop the comments. Good evening, everybody. Should I say, welcome you to the Quantum Leap Summit. We're going to be going live in a very few minutes. So yesterday we were able to have Ifoma Ezekuli to teach us about LinkedIn optimization. Why I thought about CV optimization. In case you missed the class, you could go to the Telegram group chat. The link will be dropped. You can go to the Telegram group chat and then have access to the link so you can go and watch the previous session. But today we're going to be having our one of our very finest, one of the very finest speakers. We're going to be having the person of Sir Maxim Vetri, a high ticket closing teacher. He's somebody I deeply respect on these streets of the online city, whatever that means. But it's someone I really respect. It's someone that's really earned my respect, and he has shown himself to be an authority when it comes to closing tickets. And if you're an online entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, you're going to find value. I promise you, you're going to find value. Because after Maxine, we're going to go back to back with Fortune Namdi, who's also going to be teaching us from 10 o'clock upwards. So sit back, enjoy the show while we wait for our guests to come up. Please, if you can hear me, just kindly type in the comments connected so that I can know that yes, you're with me. Yes, definitely where you want to be. Thank you, Marvelous, for that comment. It's definitely where you need to be actually. You might want to be here, but I know you need to be here, especially if you want to scale up your business or you want to grow your career this new year, this 2022. Yes, this is where you definitely need to be. So while we wait for our guest, I think I just need to introduce myself a little bit and the reason why I set up this conference. So my name is Chukwachi Jedice. I Last year I was very confused about setting my goals and I finally found out a way to finally put my goals together. Scared, I did this scared, did it afraid, I did it cowardly, and after finally putting out my fearsome goals for 2022, I now found out that actually I have my goals in plan. I have them written down, but I don't know how to go about it. And I finally found my way to go about it. But then I found out that there are persons out there who also have dreams. For instance, today's particular show is supposed to help people who have written down their business goals, but they do not know how to go about it. Um, the scripture says something um, that some people know the city, but the fool. No one is a fool here, but the fool does not know the road to the city, and that's wearies him. If you really don't know how to get into the city, that's going to be a problem. Some people have guns, they have loaded guns in their hands, but they don't know what to shoot, they don't know where to target. And that's one of the aims of this Quantum Leap Summit. The Quantum Leap Summit is supposed to give you that leap, that jump that will help you to, actually get to the summit of your career. And by summit, I mean to the top of your career, to the peak of your career. And that's what we are all here for. So, Victory Maxine is in the building. He's in the studio. I'll soon be putting him up live. Thank you so much, Sir Victory, for honoring this invitation. I was just telling them how a wonderful personality that you are. You know, funny enough, Victory is a very young person. You might be shocked when you finally find out his age. But one thing that I've come to notice about the online space, not just the online space, but in life, is that age is just but a factor. Okay, somebody could be mentally older than you, and it does not necessarily mean they might be older than you, but somebody could be mentally wiser than you in certain areas. Okay, so you just have to humble yourself and listen. The Bible told us of how Job was arguing with his friends, and early he just stood there waiting for elders to finish talking so that he could give his wife's counsel. Okay, and after his wife's counsel, it was after his counsel that God had to, speak to Job, because someone had actually spoken sense to him. So God had to follow that route. So Victory is someone that I highly respect, just like I've said earlier. Is someone that I highly respect when it comes to closing, when it comes to strategies on how to close your high tickets, your high ticket clients. Is someone that can teach you how to do that. And without wasting much of our time, I'm going to bring him up so we can kindly type your applause in the comments. Um, Savitri, it's an honor to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yes, I can.
because I'm trying to hear you, but it's just sounding faintly on my end. But I want to be sure
Oh,
you can hear me
really?
clearly.
Yes, I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly.
Oh, okay, okay. All right,
All right.
it's great to meet you. Thank you very much,
Wow.
sir. Thank you very much.
It's an
The only
honor.
problem
It's
is
an
I
honor.
can't hear clearly. I don't know, but let me try leave the stage and come back. I'll be back. I just can't hear clearly. I'm just hearing from my phone. I'm not. It's not getting to my
Okay.
Bluetooth. I'm
Joyce
surprised.
says it's echoing. Okay, please. Where is it echoing from? Is it echoing from my point or from his point, so I can
Sir?
know? Let's know. I'm trying to get the comments. I'm trying to read the comments of the viewers. Let me know what exactly is the problem. But I can hear you clearly. Like I can hear you clearly. So I want to know if it's from my end or from your end. So let me know. Okay, just give me. Let me read the comments, please. Joy, please. Where is the echo coming from? If you can listen to us, please kindly let me know where the echo is coming from so I can work on it. Okay, from his point. All right, all right, all right. That means you can hear me clearly, Joy. You can hear me clearly, right? Oh, we lost him. Okay, okay. Please, if you can hear me clearly, kindly drop down in the comments that you can hear me clearly. Okay, from his end. All right, all right. Okay, okay. While he comes, while we wait for him, let us just. Okay, welcome back, Savitri. Welcome back.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the stage for you so that you can give charge and make us happy. All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Sergeant, to show persons, your audience and people who are how to close high ticket deals. I want to believe you guys are I speak you are giving you skill. Now it's time to close the deal. Now, tonight I want you to do something for me. If I can see the chat, if I can see the chat, can you put fire in the building first? Put fire in the building. Let me see. I can't see the chat from this end. Maybe Sir Genesis is not just gonna help me. Let me show you in the comments. Put fire in the comments. Put fire in the comment. I want to see your fire. Put fire in the comment. Put fire in the comment. The fire emojis. Put it. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. And tell me what exactly do you expect before the end of this session? What exactly are you expecting before we wrap up this session? What exactly are you expecting before we wrap up this session? Tell me, what's your expectation? What's your expectation? Welcome, welcome, Maritala. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome, guys. Put fire emojis. I want to see more fire emojis. More fire emojis. Put it, increase it, intense it, make it intense. Amazing. Welcome. All right, I want you to go do something awesome. Ozioma, welcome, welcome, welcome. I want you to go do something which I think you would minimize your phone right now. Call your friends and tell them we are live. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. I'll be waiting right here waiting for you. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. That is 120 seconds. Going for your friends. Tell them we are live. Take the link from I posted it on my status. Go to my status, copy the link there and tell them Victory Max is live. Tell your friends Victory Max is live. Post it to your communities, post it to your friends, share it up and tell them we are live. Share the link, tell your friends that we are live. Can I see more fire emojis in the comment? More fire emojis, more fire emojis. And tell me, what are your expectations for tonight? What do you expect to hear from me? Tell me in the comment. I'm waiting for you. While you go to bring up your friends, which is amazing, to me, let it be alone. Go bring up your friends, wait, but tell me something. Tell me great things. I'm waiting. Great, 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 great. I see John, I see Marvelous, John, Marvelous, Joy, Tala, Joshua. Is my voice echoing? Let me confirm, is my voice echoing? Also, I see the expectation from Ozioma. My expectation is to learn how to close sales. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Go and tell your friends that we are live. And we're about starting. We're about starting. If you can hear me clearly, type 111. If you can hear me clearly, just type 111 in the comment. If you can hear me clearly, type 111. I'm waiting. If you can hear me clearly, type 111. Great, 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 great. Awesome. So tonight, I'm invited to talk to you about how to close your next big client. Now, if you can see me, do something for me, type 222. If you can see me, also type 222. Tonight, I'm invited to talk about how to close your next big client. So, like I said, I'm giving you guys those 20 seconds to invite your friends, your protesters, those you feel your students, those you feel need to be amazing. So tonight, by the way, I'll be talking to you about how to close your next big client. Now, the fact before you go on to closing your next big client, what exactly should you do? Many people ignore this, and this is why they will never close with you, irrespective of how hard you try. Now, so many persons think that probably just showing up will make them close that next big deal. Fine, it will. But the question is, are you showing up on the right day? Are you showing up at the right time? And are you the right person showing up? Now, let me explain. And I did a video about this. So I'm going to be saying to you amongst the first to listen to this. Now, I said that I am very certain that if you sell the right product to the right people and at the right time, you will make massive sales. Listen to me. Sell the right product to the right people and at the right time, you will make massive sales. Now, why do I say that? Let me give you an example of ice cream. Now, if you are a seller and you sell ice cream in the rain or in a rainy weather, or whatever it is it's called, in the rain, if you sell ice cream in the rain, I am very certain you will make little or no sales. The worst you do it off is when you make your ice cream because You got to make it chilled. Now imagine it's blocked. Nobody wants to buy at that point in time. People want to feel warm. Now you make little or no sales. Now let's retweak it the other way around. What of you sell ice cream in the sun? Think about this. You sell ice cream in the sun. Would you make sales? Tell me in the comment box. Would you make sales? If you sell ice cream in the sun, would you make sales? Tell me in the comment box. Would you make sales? Of course, massive sales. You will make massive sales, right? You will make massive sales. And this is why you have got to be the right person in the right place at the right time. Many people are the right person, but they are not in the right place and they are not at the right time. And imagine if you are the right person, but not in the right place, then you will lose sales. You will lose sales, or you make little or no sales. Now, how do you close your next big client? The first thing many people ignore, which I'm going to say to you tonight, is the first thing to do is to really locate where these folks are. Before even locating, you've got to know where they are. From knowing, then you can locate, because you cannot locate what you don't know. It's just like a man walking without direction. You can't locate what you don't know. So you've got to know exactly where they are. Where exactly are these folks hanging around? Where exactly are they hanging around? That is the big question you should be asking yourself. Because you can't locate when you don't know. But I've come to also say to you tonight that many people stay in the place of knowing. Very few people move to that location. And I'm going to give you practical examples that will help you understand what point I'm passing across to you. Now, imagine you sell ice fish. Imagine you sell ice fish. And watch this. You sell ice fish, is sealed, blocked, and preserved like that. And you are staying in Lekki, let's pretend you're staying in Lekki. And probably people who buy ice fish the most are those who stay at Jegole. Are you close to where your ideal customers are? No. Because it will take you time for you to transport to this place. For you to transport to your destined location. That you are not even located where your ideal customers are. You're causing it to be a stress for you and them. And that's why our mommies and daddies of today, when they want to get, if it's fish, they just walk to a very closer market. They want it fresh. They walk to a very closer market, or they send the last child of the house, or the first child of the house, Chukwuemeka, go and get fish. And when that's done, what then happens? He goes to get fish. Probably it will take you over 2 or 3 hours because of Lagos traffic or whatever it is for you to bring it down to your ideal. That means what you're doing is you're not located where they are. So assuming you knew, you would have easily located. Okay, I think this is the spot I'm supposed to stay. Now, when you know, you locate. Knowing is a consciousness. I know I should be here. Now, when you know you should be here, find that place, location, locate it. Now, when you locate it, many people just end up at either knowing or location. They don't go to staying there. You know, you locate and you stay. Somebody write that down. No, locate, stay. No, you first know. The next thing is you locate, you look for. This is what I want to do. I know it. The next thing is looking for. And then you stay there. Very few people stay where their ideal customers are. Very few people stay where their ideal customers are. Now you want to close the next big client. Where exactly are your big clients staying? Now, different products have different place where the big clients stay. The mistake you will make is to go and copy somebody's phone. And this is why I'm a big fan of saying you've got to be friends with your customer avatar. Know your ideal customer, because it is only when you know your ideal customer will you be able to make sales. You've got to know your ideal customer, because only when you know your ideal customer will you be able to know and make sales. When you know your ideal customer, the next thing is to locate them. And when you locate them, you stay where they are, you stay around them. I'm going to give you an example. An example is for many of us who eat bread here. I mean breakfast. You take breakfast for bread for breakfast. Now, for you are hungry, you wake up in the morning, hungry, tired, and you're famished, and you want to eat bread. What comes to mind when you stand up from the bed? You know, when you go out, you're going to your aim, your target, and man, I want to go buy bread. I'm hungry. So I'm going to take today, I'll take breakfast bread. Great. And if you live in Lagos, you can relate to what I say or what I'm saying right now. There's something called agege bread. Those people know, and the reason why I think it's called agege bread, maybe it started in agege, I don't know. But then it's popularly sold in Lagos, and it's called that name, agege bread. And these people eat their pack and shout agege bread. Oh, it's a white. I want you to go search it online after this. But at right agege bread, you see they have this round stuff that this women carry on their head, and then they are just walking around, and you being hungry, they are coming where you are. They are coming around your house, and they are coming to eat your stuff and say, "Ah, give bread." Oh. And now, because you are hungry, they already know. They located you. They don't wait for you to come to their location. They locate you, and the next thing is they stay around you or they sell around you. But you, let me ask you, are you staying around your ideal customer? Or you are expecting your ideal customers to change location because of you? If you want to close the next big client, you've got to go stay around them. Stay where they can find you. It's just like when you want to buy bread, you won't take this mile and that mile to go buy bread because you want it fresh, you want it hot. And that's why you either walk to the very close factory close to you or walk to the chemist close to you and you tell them, man, I want today. Many people say, I want today's bread. Now, it's very simple. Those persons know, those persons, they can locate, there is Chukudi who lives here. He likes bread. He's surely going to come to buy bread. And guess what? They did not live there after knowing and locating. What did they do? They stayed there. One question for you. Are you staying where you are? Or you're expecting them to be? The truth is, customers have ego. I want you to write that down. Customers have got ego. Customers have ego. Your customers, they've got ego. And your customers will almost not lift a pin. They won't lift a pin for you. They won't lift a pin for you. They won't lift a pin for you. Yes, thank you. Customers have got ego. They won't lift a pin for you. So what then should you do? You reach out to them. You go stay where they are. Now, I'm a big fan of saying to you, Be located. You know, most people get objections like, how am I sure you are not in scam? Now, let me tell you why you're getting this kind of objection. Probably I don't even know if you know where your ideal customers are. You have not even located where they are, and you're not seeing very few people. Hey, expert, write this down. Stay. Expert, stay. Newbies, sometimes they don't even. Experts, they know, they locate, and they stay. Newbies, they don't even know, they can't even locate, and they can't stay. For you to be successful, you have got to do these three things. You have got to know, you have got to locate, and you have got to stay. Very few people stay. If you can stay, you'll be rich. And what I mean stay, staying around your ideal customers. Who exactly is your ideal customer? Who exactly is your ideal customer? Now, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. An example is, I give this popular example and you can relate to it. If you've gone past the university, you can imagine when you go for lecture classes and the hall is jam packed, especially if you attend a federal school or a state school. The hall is jam packed, and then you are gasping for air, sweating everywhere. The lecturer is sleeping, people is sleeping. You are even sharing seats with somebody, and then you are tired. You come outside, and then you're like this. Ah, ah. And guess what? There is these young boys around who brings water to your doorstep. And guess what? They are not begging you to buy. They are just located when you come. So when you come outside, you are even the one to say, bring me water. They are not begging you, please, I want to buy. They are the ones, you are the one telling them, please bring me water. And you take the first sachet, take the second sachet, take the third sachet, and you say, then how much is your money? The truth is, your ideal customer, your big clients are just like, they are almost like customers every time they take bread for breakfast. They're just like people who attended a lecture hall, a lecture hall filled with students, and there was the ventilation was poor, and now they want to refresh themselves. And guess what do they use to refresh themselves? Water. Some go extra mile to buy drinks. When I mean drinks, buy Coke, buy Pepsi. But guess what? These people are located close to them. Now, it is not enough to know that your customer have got a need. Because many people say, okay, yes, people have got a need. Yes, fine, you've got to understand, yes, very true. Your customer have got need. Your ideal prospect, they have got need. But even if they have need, you've got to come up with that need and stay around them. Many people do things that repel their customer away. They stay far away from them. And if you stay far away from your customer, you cause them to doubt you back. You cause them to either make a buying decision elsewhere. You'll be losing a lot of your ideal customers. So the first thing to do is to know. The second thing to do is to locate. And the third thing to do is to stay. Now, many people ask me here, what closing? I'm going to answer you now. Remember, we're going to talk about how to close your next big client. What is closing? I coined closing. I term closing. Closing is helping a prospect buy from you without making them do anything. Closing is the act of helping a prospect buy from you without making them feel you sold anything to them. That's closing. The act of helping a prospect buy from you without making them feel you sold anything. The truth is nobody wants to be sold to, but we like to buy. Nobody wants to be sold to, but we like to buy. Nobody wants to be sold to, but we like to buy. Nobody likes the usual banking of the door. Hey, come and buy, come and buy, come and buy. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. And that is why you do things that helps people buy from you without making them feel you sold anything to them. Now it's very simple. I'm going to show you practical ways to do that. Now, what if you walk up to a boutique? You walk up to a boutique and because somebody, before you even step in, drags you and say, okay, what do you want to buy? And all that, sometimes you even come up with something like that. Just without, and the person has kicked you because now at that point you see the person as salesy, the person just wants to make things, just want to make it commission. But what if you've done it like this? Welcome. Yes, take a look around. What exactly would you like to get? I'm not telling you to buy. What exactly would you like to get? And say something like a pair of shoes. What color exactly? This green. Okay, we have a pair of green shoes around there. Why not take it? And you walk up there, I'm going to be looking at the back and looking around. Not as if looks around like everything is fine. And then you see a green pair of shoes. Wow, wonderful. It gives you options because I say options makes closing. Options make closing easier. Don't have just one product and feel everybody because because I like Zara's, all my customers will like Zara's, but because I like Comfort or whatever you call it, they would also like it. Because I use, all my customers will like it. Because I love, you can name the type of shoes you know, then all my customers will love it. The truth is, no, no. The fact you love it doesn't mean they would. So that's why you should have options, have the writers. And then tell them, okay, what exactly do you have in mind? And then you look at that thing. Okay, check out when I mean these shoes, but these particular one to buy. Now check out these shoes. And when he goes there, he sees different price options. And why I use different price options? For many of you who are online marketers, here for price. You're losing sales because the truth is attention is little online. Attention is little online. And then he just wants to make a decision based on his budget. If he sees this one with this price, this one with this price, this one with this price, probably he's holding 12K in his pocket. And he sees on the and he sees on the line, oh, this is 12K, this is 8K, that's 40K. He won't look at the 40K product and start saying, will you sell this 40K or 12K? No, he's not going to do that. He's going to understand there is a price for the project I'm holding. And he sees 8K. Now, the reason why your product is priced below is because there is no option. The reason why your products are priced below the price you probably are begging it for is because there is no option. Now, since I started selling with options, and since I started recommending people sell with options, everything was made easier for me. Nobody asked me, I have product of, the list I have is 10K, there's 20K, there is 30K, there's $100, that's 50K, there's $1,000, there's $10,000. Now nobody reaches out to me after sees my options and say something like, Victory, this one that is $1,000, can't I get it for cheaper? Nobody does that. Don't you go to the store? When you go to the store, what happens? You see the price tag on it. Oh man, this is exactly what my budget like. But should we talk about how you go to the normal phone sellers, those without the price that they have to get their price and shaking in their price? You can't close the decline that way. But when you walk up to the store, then you see price tags and there are different types of phone. If you want to talk about iPhone have got different price tags. So if your money would not reach to buy an iPhone 13, probably you should have a budget by 7. And this is why options will help you close your next decline. Now, why should you have options? And why is it important for you to have options? I'm going to speak to you right now. Why should you have options? And there are different types of options actually if you sell an online product. But let me tell you why you should have options if you sell an offline product, and then we move on to those guys who sell online. Now, here's the reason. If you sell a product and you have bought options, you will get customers from different places. I'm a big fan of telling and reminding people that not everybody is a customer. Not everybody is a customer. But the truth is, everybody is a customer. Listen to me. Not everybody is your customer, but everybody is a customer because everybody buys. You go out today, you bought something. You bought something. Not everybody is not your customer, but everybody is a customer. Let me make that clear again. Everybody is not your customer, everybody is a customer. Now, some persons will complain that this is high. Another person will complain, man, I think this is average. I think this is normal. Another person will complain, I think this is moderate. And another person will complain, man, this is too low. Right? So you've got to know where exactly your ideal customers are. Now imagine you sell sachet water. I'm talking about this offline, those guys offline. Imagine you sell sachet water. Now you sell sachet water and bottled water, understanding that everybody's a customer, but not everybody is my customer. Now, if you sell sachet water alone, the truth is everybody is not your customer. Sachet water, because there are people I've seen who would not take sachet water, but they would prefer taking bottled water. I don't know the environment these people grew from. They were groomed to probably see that sachet water is unhygienic. And trying to reconfigure their mindset would only take you time. You would waste time and you would not even make the skill. So rather than try to reconfigure their mindset, I get a bottle and sell to those people. Don't try to convince them. Stop trying to convince them. And I will say to you, if your job, if you think closing is all about convincing, you might die on time. Closing is not a convincing business. Closing is an helping business. Closing is not a convincing business. Closing is an helping business. The more you help, the more you close. Not the more you convince, the more you close. The more you convince, the more you lose the deal. Why? Because you sound greedy, you sound needy, you start to lie. People who try to convince people are people, they bring up lies. You start to lie, you start to say this, you try to say that, because at this point in time, you are trying to say all words to make the prospect eventually buy from you. And you start to bring this lie and that lie, you start to say things that are not part of the product just to make a sale. Now that's when you're trying to convince someone. But what if you help them buy? You understand, okay, this person is working in an environment that takes natural water. Now, let me give you an example. An example of between Ajekule and Lekki. Now, if you live in a city like Lagos, you know Ajekule is an area. It's a beauty, it's a wonderful area. Let me just put it out. Ajegule is a wonderful area, but when you talk about Ajegule, it's almost close to I can't say middle class, they're not middle class. They are let's just right now. Imagine you go to Ajegule and you go to sell bottled water. You carry bottled water and you carry sachet water to Ajegule. Which would you bring back home? You carry bottled water and you carry sachet water. You go to an Ajegule field where they just finished playing football. Which would you bring back home and which would you sell? Which would you sell and which would you bring back home? You go to Ajegule and you took bottled water, Ajegule, and sachet water. Go to a field where these children just play football and they feel sweaty. Yes, and now you're tired. They need to refresh themselves. And you go there selling bottled water and sachet water, which will bring back home. Fine, exactly. You bring back the bottled water back home, and you only sell this sachet because these people grew in an environment. Imagine somebody who grew in an environment where he sees bottled water as a luxury. He sees bottled water spending too much. He's convinced he has grown in an environment where he's convinced that how will I buy bottled water? Just bottled water. If I buy sachet water, fine. It will even full and it will get filled more than the bottled water and I'll be satisfied. Why would I waste my money to buy one bottle water? And now bottle water is almost for 50 naira. In fact, the bottle water is for 100 naira. And if I buy, if this guy buy three, is in his mindset, he has money in an environment where his mindset tells him, if I buy three, you will struggle to sell that bottled water, but you will effortlessly sell that sachet water. Now, what if you go to Lekki Estate, carry sachet water down in an estate? You know, an estate is an estate where people are minding their business. When I mean people are minding their business, you hardly see anybody outside. And there you are, trying to sell sachet water. There is nobody outside to buy sachet water. People want to buy bottled water and reserve it in the house. So that whenever they are thirsty, they just pick it up and drink. Now, imagine you now go there with sachet water and bottled water, which you bring back home. You don't pick the sachet water home because there will be nobody to buy food. Or you will end up drinking the water by yourself because you will be tired of shouting and you will never make it. Now, that's a state environment. And that takes us back to knowing where you are in your environment plays a major role. The environment you are in respect comfort plays a major role in closing that deal. Because you wouldn't be able to close that deal if you don't know where these people are located. Now, when you know where these people are located, you now start pitching an offer that fits them. You pitch an offer that fits them, that works with them or works for them. Like I gave you an example, I gave you an instance. No matter how cheap this sachet water was when you went to Lekki, the truth is they never wanted to buy it from you. They were not concerned about if you're selling it 10 naira. It's not their business. They are see, these guys have grown in an environment where they feel taking what's right for them. So don't try to convince them. Don't tell them it is cheap. That's not what they want to hear. What they want to hear is bottled water. Now, if you sell bottled water, I think that 12, something like almost like a crate, something called a crate, right? It's asked for a 12 in it. Now, if you sell 1200 and 12, that's 1000. Now imagine you make 1200 on bottled water, and you on one bag. We have over 20 sachet of water in a bag of pure water. Now, imagine you strong. One sachet water is 10 naira. Low ticket. One sachet water is 10 naira. 10 naira times 20, you would have to look for 20 people. 20 people to just make 200. It's a bad deal for me. It's a bad deal. You look for 20 people just to make 200. But think about this. You want to sell bottled water. This time you're not even selling 20, you just want to sell 12. There are 12, just 12 in it. And you sell one. Now, look at it. 100 naira times 12. That's how much? 1,000. I just said it 12. What if you had sold 20? Look at it. 100 naira times 20. That's how much? 2,000 naira. Somebody is struggling to sell such a water 20 for 200. You are effortlessly selling you that bottled water 20 for 2,000. Now let's pretend you only 10 still out of that. Now 100 naira times 10 is 1,000 naira. Imagine you keep 1,000 naira in your pocket. Place at the right time. Can you guys? Okay. Imagine you go to the right place at the right time and you sell bottled water for 1,000 naira. Just then customers. Just 10 customers. You never have to struggle and all that. And this is not you trying to compare yourself to somebody who probably says he's making 20 sales. But this person has to shout and shout and shout, come and buy water, oh, and they sell certain water, oh, and they do this, oh, and they do that, oh, and just sells to only 20 people and make 200. You see the difference? The question is, where exactly is your ideal customer? Knowing where your ideal customer is and going to locate them, and at the end, staying where they are will help you take action faster. And I'll be wrapping up this session. Now, many of you use the urgency tactics. You know, many of you learned copywriting, and probably you learned where to tell your customers that you call 9 p.m. If they don't buy, it's over and all that. The truth is, yes, that will work. The crap low ticket offer that low buying low ticket. It will work because those ones they are almost forced time. But the rich client, your next big client, those people are looking for assurance. These people spend, they spend a lot and they have bought crappy products in the past and they don't want to buy more. So whenever you're pitching your offer to them, the urgency will not make them buy. What makes them buy is assurance. Now take this from me. Low ticket clients might buy with your urgency. Great. But high ticket client, your next high ticket client wants to work with assurance, not urgency. Not if this offer will end in the next 2 hours. So the high ticket client they want that getting an assurance. Will you work for me? Yourself? Am I making the best decision? That is what you're going to help get back. Remember what closing is the act of them buy from you without making them feel you do anything to them. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions? Thank you very much, Mr. Davis. Do we have any questions? This is 9:50. I want to use the next 10 minutes to answer questions.
Thank you so much, sir. Seriously, I was just behind taking notes, and honestly, it's always an honor each time that. Sorry, if Yinka is just joining, Yinka, I'm really sorry that you're just joining. But the good thing is that after this live session has been ended, you can always click the link and watch it over and over again. So that's what I did. I did it in a way that you can come back and watch this as many times as possible. All right, it's free and all thanks to Savitri. So you can always come, just click on the link when this is over. You start afresh. You could download it using Readmate or any other YouTube app, and then listen to it. So I'm really sorry you're coming late, but he's just finished and he gave a lot. So you could just after the show, after the session has ended, you can come up and you can come up and and listen to everything that he said. Although there are a lot of points that he made, there's a lot of points that he dropped down. Okay, I don't know if you're on the Telegram group chat. If you're on the Telegram group chat, okay. Okay, welcome back, Savitri. Okay, I think that was network. So please, if you have questions for Savitri, just kindly drop them on the comments, and I will show it to him so that he can answer them. So if you have questions, please kindly drop your questions so that he could answer them. All right. So I do have a question though. I don't know why I wait for others to ask their questions. I think I do have
Okay,
my
go
question.
ahead.
So okay, so I don't know right from time. Maybe this is not me, but maybe this is how the other people perceive closers. People see closers as very selfish persons, especially when you have seen the movie Sweet. You see the way what's that his name again? Harvey Specter carries himself, and he carries himself like this person that is always there to swindle any person of their money. It was said that closers only think about themselves. They have sweet tongue. They only want to. In fact, I think I've been in the marketing space myself for a while, although physical marketing and code canvassing. So I actually went and met a man. I was trying to tell him about. Then I was a sales agent for an insurance company. I was trying to talk to him about buying some insurance policy, and you're like, all these marketers when I get smart after we don't buy from when I go disappear and something like that. He was saying a lot of stuff. I felt bad because first of all, I know there are a lot of persons that are like that, but I really wanted to help the man, and I felt that the tips I gave him then was something that was supposed to help him. So, Savitri, is there any way that we can come towards our high ticket customers and clients, and not sound selfish and not sound like we are trying to extort from them? Are there tips that you can help us with, sir?
Okay, thank you very much. I love that question. Now I'm going to state some things that is going to be helpful to everyone. Yes, thank you very much, Sir JD, for that question. Now, what Sir JD said is very true. A lot of persons sees sales persons as needy, salesy, and that's why we reconfigured the closing definition. Closing is not a convincing business. The moment you see yourself trying to convince, you discover you're lying. You discover you tend to lie, you tend to sound needy, you start thinking about you. You're trying to convince in that instant, and that's not closing. Probably that is negotiating. When you want to convince, you don't want to hear the other person out. You only want to speak your voice out. That's the work of someone who is just a salesperson. But now you are a closer. Now you're a closer. What's the job of a closer? A closer is there to guide. Now, I tell people, don't take a place. Never you call yourself a seller. You're not a seller. You're an assistant buyer. Your job is not even to sell. Your job is to assist them to buy. Because when you try to sell, you try to sound persuasive, convincing, this and that. That's not a closer's job. A closer's job is to get clarity, make sure they are making the right decision. And that's why I said deception is not closing, and closing is not deception. Now, why is deception not closing? Because yeah, people think, okay, if you can get people to buy anything that you want, fine, they can buy anything that you want, you've just got them to buy, good. But later, if they discover they made a wrong decision, guess what? They're going to say rubbish about you. They're not going to introduce their friends to you. Yes, you can thank you. A closer is there to die. They're not going to introduce their friends to you. They will be afraid to talk about you. They'll be afraid to get closer to you. He's just a thief, is what they say. Oh, he just wasted and took away my money. But a closer is that person that after you have sold, can you get your customers or your prospects who just bought from you say, thank you for allowing me buy. Thank you for selling to me. Now, if you don't get those kind of experiences, then you're just being a salesperson. You're not a closer, because a closer is one who guides people to buy. A closer is one who assists them to buy. You're there as a friend. You're there as a companion to guide, to help, to make sure they are making the right decision. So sometimes buying cheap is the wrong decision. Buying high is the right decision. You're not going to convince them to buy cheap just because you want to make a sale. No, you're going to show them, okay, in your best interest, I think you should spend more for this. He says, okay, now here's exactly why I'm rich. But it's totally your choice. He says stuff like, it's totally your choice anyways. But from what you just talked about, what you need, and my recommendation, not my suggestion. Now, I said something. Suggestion is different from recommendation. Recommendation is I value what you say, I've listened to what you say, and I want to help you. This is what I think would help you. Yeah, and it's not by force for you to take it. It's your choice, voluntarily take it. Now, like I said, you can assist somebody not to buy low, and rather you help the person buy high. Tell them, okay, I don't think this is for your class. And rich client like it. I don't think this is for your class. I think you should be getting this. And they said, how much is it? And imagine if this one is $100 and what you're selling for high is $2,000. And you can close them on that $2,000 just because you wanted to sell, you just wanted to make a sale. If you're only concentrating about making a sale, you just only close $100. But what happened to that $2,000? You won't make a sale. And guess what? When they buy the $100, if you sway them to buy the $100 and they saw it was not helpful to them, guess what? They are not going to trust their money into your hands again because already you have revealed yourself to them. You've revealed how of a thief you are to them. So this is why you must learn to understand. You must understand and learn it. Practice it also. Help people to buy. Don't force them to buy. Guide them to buy. Recommend. Recommend. Don't bully. Don't bully your client. Recommend. Guide them to making a decision. Sir J, this is the answer.
Okay, so thank you so much, Victory. Thank you. Please, Safachi will be joining us very shortly. I think he's going to come up. He has us by 10.
Wow.
So if you are still ready for more sales strategy, please kindly hang around. This not be the link. If you're in the Telegram group chat, the link is going to be dropped there. If you're not there, kindly look out for my status or okay, let me drop that. I think I'll drop it on the comment section so that you can kindly join. So thank you so much, Savitri. Please, do you have any closing session that you can have with us, like maybe a teaching class or a master class or a mentorship place where we can come in, please?
Okay, is it one that I'm hosting?
Yes, are you hosting any so that we can call people?
Okay, yeah.
So that
thank you very much.
The audience can follow it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Absolutely. We work with hospitals right now. Right. The list I have, they are different. Sorry, I think there is an echo.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. So the list is closing. Let's see. You can get it.
Okay.
Okay. Currently,
okay. Is there like a link that we can? Is there like a link, please?
Okay. I will
just say so I can know that I can type it.
You can either reach out to me or when you reach out to me, you can just send a DM. The name is
okay on Telegram.
Instagram.
Okay, Instagram. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
The Martin on the store. Yes.
Okay.
You can send it.
Okay. I'll also Okay, I'll also drop your. I think you gave me some links to your social media handles on your bio. So I think I'll drop them on the Telegram group chat, and then anyone who wants to reach out to you would do that.
No
So
problem,
thank you
sir.
so much for your time. I'm really honored. I'm really honored. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Great to see you.
All right. So thank you everyone for being a part of the Quantum Leap Summit. Please, it is one thing to actually be a part and just listen. It's one thing to apply. Yes, it's one thing to apply the teachings. Please apply all that you've been taught here, and I'm assuring you that if you submit yourself to the teachings here and apply them, not omitting anything at all, you're going to see yourself at the summit of your career and the peak of your business. So thank you so much for being a part of this class. Hang around. You're going to have you can on the notification button so that you can be notified when Sir Fortune comes online. Thank you so much and have a good night.